very good morning, dear students. So today we are going to start a new chapter, that is materials, metals and non-metals. So in this particular chapter we are going to study about what are metals, what are non-metals, okay, what are their physical properties, their chemical properties, okay. So we'll study all these things in this particular chapter. But few things from the chapter I have omitted and that I have mentioned in my videos. Certain activities I have omitted. The reason why I have omitted these activities this year, because due to the current situation it is not possible for me to perform the activities and show you, right? So that is why I have omitted these activities as for now. So everything will be mentioned in the video, so you just go through the videos very carefully. So let's get started. Yeah. So first you will get this table in your textbook only. You will get table 4.1, that is appearance and hardness of materials. Okay, this particular table actually will tell you, you have to write against these columns that what is the appearance of these materials. Are they shiny, are they dull, or are they hard or not very hard? Okay, so this you need to fill up. So I have given the solution in the next slide. Yes, so this is the solution. So what you need to do is you need to write them down in your textbook. If you have your textbook, you write this solution in your textbook, you fill up the table. And if you don't have your textbook now, what you can do is you can write this in your copy. Just give the heading table 4.1, okay, and you can just make this table and you can write the solution from here. So now the first thing that is asked is iron, okay. Now iron is shiny and very hard. Yes or no? So whenever you go and buy iron utensils from the market, okay, or you buy anything made up of iron, you will see that it has a shine and it is very, very hard. Okay, you cannot break iron, isn't it? Iron utensils you get, iron benches you get, right? Iron bridges are made up of iron. It is so hard that bridges can even be made out of iron. Okay, so when you buy iron from the market, you will find it has a shiny appearance and it is very, very hard. Now coal, all of you have seen coal. Coal, is it shiny? No, it is not shiny, it is dull, isn't it? Coal is black in color, it doesn't have any kind of shine, so we can say coal is dull. And is it hard? No, it is not very hard, isn't it? So coal is not very hard. Easily you can break coal, isn't it? With your hand also you can break, or if you throw the coal on the ground, on the floor, it will break, okay? Or with the help of hammer also, lightly if you beat the coal, it breaks, right? So we can say it is dull and not very hard. Next we come to sulfur. Now sulfur you might not have seen. Sulfur actually you get it in the lab. It is in the form of powder, okay, in the lab, yellow powder, okay. Now sulfur, when you look at sulfur, it is in the form of powder, or it can be in the form of cakes, okay. Yellow in color, it doesn't have any shine at all. That is why sulfur I have written here dull. And it is not very hard, that is why you can make it powder. If it was very hard, is it possible for you to make powder out of it? No, it is very, very difficult. You need huge machines, okay, you need complicated machinery to make it into powder. Okay, you can make even if it is hard, but you need complicated machinery or gadgets to make it into powder. But if it is soft like coal you can easily make it into powder. You just need to beat the coal. When you beat the coal, you will get powder out of it. Similarly, sulfur also, if you beat the sulfur, easily you get powder. Like chalk, the chalk that we use in the class. Is it difficult to make powder out of chalk? No, it is not at all difficult, because if you beat the chalk little bit, okay, with any hard substance, easily you can get powder out of it. Same thing with sulfur also. Sulfur also has a consistency similar to chalk, okay, and it is not at all shiny. So we can write dull and not very hard. Next is aluminium. Now aluminium wires, all of you must have seen, right? Or forget about wires. You have seen aluminium foil paper where you bring food, isn't it? Sometimes your mother gives you food in aluminium foil so that it remains hot and fresh, right? So that aluminium is what? It is shiny. When you look at aluminium foil, isn't it shiny? Yes, it is very, very shiny. And it is very hard. Aluminium, actually it is hard, but when you make foils out of aluminium, it becomes soft. But aluminium as a substance is very hard. But once you beat the aluminium and make it into foils, it becomes little softer. Okay. Next we come to copper. Copper vessels, all of you have seen. isn't it? Some of you might store water in copper jugs at home, isn't it? So it is very good if you drink water in copper glasses and you store the water in copper jugs, because copper has certain ions which are actually very, very good for your stomach. It is good for your health. Okay, so when you buy copper utensils from the market, what do you find? It is very, very shiny, okay, and it is very hard. Okay, so now these, when you look at these examples, some you will find they are shiny and hard, some you will find they are dull and they are not very hard. Now, metals can be distinguished from non-metals on the basis of their physical and chemical properties. Recall that luster, shine and hardness are physical properties. Now, the ones that are shiny and very hard, these are metals. Okay, and the ones that you see they are dull and not very hard, these are non-metals. Okay, so how we can say which is a metal, which is a non-metal? Easily you can say by just comparing their physical properties. Okay, and luster means shine. Luster and hardness, these are the physical properties of metals. Okay, now luster means wherever you have shine here and wherever you see it is written very hard, these are the physical properties of metals. So wherever you find that this particular substance is shiny and it is hard, you can easily say this is metal. Okay, these are not non-metals, these are metals. Okay, clear? Yeah. So now physical properties of metals and non-metals. So this is very, very important. Have you ever seen a blacksmith beating an iron piece or an article made up of iron like a spade, a shovel or an axe? Do you find a change in shape of these articles on beating? I think you must have seen, no? The blacksmiths, they beat an iron piece. So they will just take an iron piece, they will keep beating it with the hammer and then they will make the iron piece into a sheet. Okay, they will change the shape of the iron piece, but the iron will not break. It will not break, but it will become a sheet. Okay, and they can make many articles also out of iron. Okay, so like from that iron piece they can make a spade, they can make a shovel, they can make an axe. Okay, by just melting the iron piece and beating the iron piece, they can make into different substances. So would you expect a similar change if we try to beat a wooden log? What will happen? If we try to beat a wooden log, the log will break, isn't it? The log will not change shape, the log will break. So metals have this property of changing shape. They will not break, but they will change shape. That means you can make metal sheet out of a metal piece. You can make metal wires out of a metal piece. Okay, you can make different articles of metals from a particular metal piece. Why? Because they don't break, they can change the shape, okay, on beating. Right, so we'll continue in the next slides. Thank you.